Hi, I've had my BeBook for about a week now, and I said I'd do a review for people, so I thought it was about time I did. Here is the BeBook in its protective leather case that comes with it. It's got a magnetic catch on the front there, which is quite nice. I keep mine upside down and back to front because I'm left-handed. Um, so here it is, my BeBook reader. I shall turn it on. It takes about 5-6 seconds to boot up, so there it is booting up. Okay, once it's booted up, it's gone into the storage card there. I'll just flick it over. Once it's booted up, you get your list of books here. I'm going to demonstrate the difference between a physical book and a PDF ebook that I managed to get. Unfortunately, the PDF ebook I've got is formatted ever so slightly differently, but it's good enough, I think, for demonstration. So I'll just press to open it. It's a 1 meg PDF. It takes 3 or 4 seconds to open up, but it does open up where you left off. So this is opened up on chapter 2. I'll just quickly open the book on the right page. So the like I say, the formatting is slightly different. As you can see, the default zoom level, the font is slightly smaller, so we'll zoom in a little bit. To get about the same size font, I think you need to use the maximum zoom level, which means orientating it the other way around. But if you look at the comparison there, it's virtually identical, and it's no worse reading from the ebook than the paper. It's pretty much identical as far as the quality of the display goes. So as you've seen, we've got the 3 zoom levels there. The text, you probably won't make it out very well on the camera, but it's very crisp. As you've seen, the maximum zoom level orientates the screen the other way around. If you zoom again, you'll put back to the minimum zoom setting, and the middle one, which is the one I typically use, formats pretty much 1 page of text on the screen at a time. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite make it, so usually you get a little bit extra on there that you have to page past. One nice feature that it's got is that the last 2 lines down here are slightly greyed out, and the reason for that is they appear at the top of the screen when you page. So because it takes about a second to page, when you're reading and you hit the greyer lines, when you page, you've got time to finish those lines and continue reading them on the top of the next page before carrying on. So there it is, showing a PDF. It does images pretty well as well. Scaling of images in PDF isn't fantastic. The text isn't that clear in the image there. So that shows you the PDF. Let's get rid of the book out of the way now. One of the main reasons I got it for was for reading RFCs, which come in .text format typically. Unfortunately, there's a couple of issues. Firstly, when I first got the ebook, it wasn't actually capable of reading a .text file. It would crash. However, they've fixed that, and in the latest firmware, it can open a .text document. It comes with a variable width font, so you need to install your own fixed width font on there if you want to read .text files such as RFCs properly. That's easy to do. It's supported natively by the device. You simply copy a font onto a special folder, and then you go into settings, change the font, and it's that easy. However, I'm opening up the text file now, and this is it in its minimum zoom setting, I think. Yes, it was. The minimum zoom setting when using just a standard text file is far too large. I have spoken to BeBook about this. they seem very committed on pushing new features into their firmware and improvements, and they are working on improvements to the zoom settings, I believe. So hopefully, at some point in the future, I will be able to read text formatted RFCs on here. As you can see, I mean the font here is just, it's great to read, but because of the nature of RFCs and how they're formatted, it's practically useless. However, it does, of course, support the PDF versions, which aren't hard at all to get hold of. So I will show you the same RFC in PDF format. On the screen it probably looks like that's unreadable, but it's actually just about right to read by. Again, that carried on from where I left off. If you are struggling with a font, again, the maximum zoom setting, you can flick over there and you get 2 view shots per page, which obviously means more paging, but it's more comfortable to read. The device itself is, once you get it out the holder, it's really light, and it's just the right size, I think, to comfortably hold whilst reading. The Iliad has a bigger screen, but as such it's a bigger device, and I'm wondering whether it's actually a bit too big to comfortably hold whilst reading. There's not really much more I can show you. If you're interested in the novels that you can get for free, it comes with Robinson Crusoe on here. BeBook's website have tens of thousands of books available for you to download. They're all the old ones past copyright. Here is what their formatted BeBooks look like on screen. The font is nice and big, it's really easy to read, paging's pretty fast, it's plenty fast enough for me. So there we go. Just trying to think if there's anything else worth showing. A lot of the ebooks I've got are in CHM, was it CMH, whatever it is format, which currently is slightly buggy on here. It does allow you to view them, but often paging will stop working. You need to exit and go back in, which is a bit of a shame. But I'll quickly also show another standards document here just so you can see what it's like. This is WS notifications specification in PDF format. And there you have it. This one I pretty much needed to read in maximum zoom level, but I don't think that's really an issue. In minimum zoom level, it's practically impossible to read. You could just about make out the text if you go quite close to the screen. The second zoom level, it's almost readable, but not quite. It would be really nice to have more configuration on the zoom levels rather than just the free hard-coded settings. It plays MP3s, it's got a SD reader in the top there, standard USB connection on there, it's USB mass storage, so putting files on there from any OS is really easy. It doesn't have built-in wireless. That's pretty much it really, so I shall turn it off.